Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Likes, comments, and subscribes are always appreciated. A very big thank you for all the support for my NFTs. For those of you who are interested, there is a link in the description below. There's a new drop happening right after the video, and without further ado, let's jump right into it, because there's of course a lot of weird and wacky stuff happening in the cryptocurrency space at the momento. It says Ethereum prints a bullish pattern. Why close above $2,300 is crucial. Bitcoin price analysis, Bitcoin signaling fresh rally above $40,000. The entire market right now at the time of me making this video is in green. It's a very nice bright green. There are some coins that are pumping a lot harder than other ones, but a lot of the news floating around right now has to do with the fact that Bitcoin looks quite healthy, if you will. It looks like we are going to hit above $40,000 like officially, like and stay above there. There's a lot of news that I think $42,000 and $45,000 are kind of the targets to hit, if you will. It says Bitcoin more likely to move to $60,000 than drop further, says Bloomberg analyst. And of course, without anyone out there being surprised at all, it says within 10 days, Bitcoin whales have accumulated up to 40,000 BTC, according to recent information from Sentiment. Since the bear market in May, it wasn't a bear market. Our prices just dropped down because of Muskie and China. Many short-term holders were seen panic selling their holdings as most went underwater or realized losses. That's because they were brand new to the market, and the point was to wash them out of the market. During this period, however, Bitcoin whales holding between 100 and 10,000 Bitcoin were buying up from weak hands. Here's the tweet for it right here. In the past 10 days alone, Bitcoin whales reportedly accumulated 40,000 Bitcoin, which equates to over $1.4 billion in today's prices. These addresses bought a total of 130,000 BTC within the past 5 weeks. The strong level of accumulation seen with Bitcoin whale addresses has cleared the sell-offs incited by Tesla and China. Think about that. Every single new person who was in the market, who was made to panic and then sold, all those coins were reaccumulated by the richest people on the planet. So I always say, pay attention. Try to focus. I know it's difficult sometimes, especially when all this news is floating around and the Tether stuff and the yada, yada, yada. It's meant to make you sell. That's the point of it. We all know that cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin are going to be with us for a very long time. They're being integrated into the market. Every single financial project or product in some sort of way is near Bitcoin or Bitcoin associated or completely in the market. So the news once again being basically, all the new people who got into the market, who were terrified out of it, all their coins are now in the hands of the richest individuals. So, you know, and it's funny how, like, after that moment is over, after all the new people all are gone, now the market seems to be healthy once again, just to, you know, throw that out there. Here's the actual tweet for it on the tweet page, just in case you wanted to see that. And yeah, I believe that's that. That's all the price news. And without further ado, let's move on. In super popular news right now, Ripple, the blockchain firm behind XRP, is expanding its popular on-demand liquidity service in the Asia-Pacific region with the launch of the first ever live ODL in Japan, the firm announced today. Japan is Ripple's biggest market for remittance businesses, and its RippleNet technology is quite popular in the region. The on-demand liquidity service plays a key part in the RippleNet adoption as it allows for cheap and faster cross-border transactions using XRP. So yes, this is now live, I believe. It is using XRP, and that's the huge part of the news. The first ODL service in Japan would be incorporated by Ripple's key strategic partner SBI Remitco, in association with the mobile payment service provider Coins, with the digital asset exchange SBI VC Trade. Ripple hopes the first implementation of ODL in Japan would help it increase the adoption of popular tech. Once again, SBI being one of the largest banks in the planet, And also in Japan, who has shown a huge amount of support for Ripple before in the past. I believe the head of SBI Bank is one of the board members of Ripple, so it kind of makes a lot of sense that they'd be doing all of this. At the momento, XRP is currently up by around, like, I think 15 to 16%. As this news was just released, everyone's going completely crazy for it, and it's still super hyper early in the morning. So I think that'll definitely have an effect on the price as the day ends up going on, especially if at some point in the future, because I think the point of them working with SBI was to basically, for those of you who weren't here, so we can finish the thought, about a year or two ago, no, it was definitely more than 2 years, Ripple announced that they had basically partnered in some sort of way with just about every single bank in Japan, and that there were plans to have all of them using XRP in some capacity. So this is just the first step. Here's the actual whatchamajaggers press release for it right here on their website. And yeah, let's move on. In probably the most popular news story of the day, as the Ripple news was just released, investment banking giant Goldman Sachs has filed an application with the US SEC for an ETF that would offer exposure to public companies in decentralized finance and blockchain around the globe. It gets weirder, I promise you. Sparse on details, the filing noted that the fund would invest at least 80% of its assets into companies that advance blockchain technology and the digitization of finance. They said, rather, it's called the Goldman Sachs Innovative DeFi and Blockchain Equity ETF Fund, seeks to provide investment results that closely correspond, before fees and exposure, to the performance of the sole active decentralized finance and blockchain index, the filing has said. The markets that Goldman Sachs would be picking from would include Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, Switzerland, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, and the United States. The SEC is currently reviewing about 35 different Bitcoin ETF applications, and none of them are going to go through because the SEC is special. So the news is Goldman Sachs has filed for a DeFi ETF. Part of the issue is that nothing is actually DeFi about it. So it's called a DeFi fund. There are no DeFi coins. There are no DeFi companies. There's barely anything that's actually decentralized. What the fund is actually going around are major tech companies who could at some point in the future do something DeFi-esque. That's actually what it is. So a lot of people were really hyped, saying, wow, I can't believe Goldman Sachs would do something like this, but they're a bank. They also want money. But then you dig a bit deeper and you realize, oh no, they're doing exactly what they would have always done, is to basically name something that's not exactly what it's supposed to be, because it's not DeFi in any sense of the matter. It's the same exact way when you hear people call central bank digital currencies cryptocurrencies. No, cryptocurrencies are decentralized and open to the public, and everyone can use them in any which way possible. They're immutable, and you cannot censor their transactions. However, with the central bank digital currency, you can, and this is why they're not cryptocurrency. So calling this a DeFi fund is special. Anyway, this was super popular news. Goldman Sachs files for a DeFi ETF. Goldman Sachs files for DeFi ETF to track tech giants. And Goldman Sachs files for DeFi ETF tied to public companies. So I assume the point of it is to be able to say, hey, our ETF was the first to go out there and everyone else kind of mimics exactly what they do. Is also to kind of have the prestige of saying that you were the first one to have an ETF that was approved, even though it's not an actual DeFi ETF in any manner. Maybe it makes it easier for the other ones to end up going through, because I wholeheartedly do not expect any of the current actual Bitcoin ETFs who are going to be accumulating Bitcoin to actually make it through because of the SEC. Is this the same thing? No. Anyway, that's the Goldman Sachs is planning on launching a normal ETF just tied to tech companies news. And yeah, let's move on. In very, very popular news for some reason, and I told you this was going to happen because this was the logical path that had to be taken, Binance The world's leading crypto exchange is planning to establish multiple regional headquarters around the globe. This was said by the CEO Changpeng Zhao. The comments came in light of growing global regulatory scrutiny against the crypto exchange. It is currently facing regulatory actions in nearly a dozen countries, including Hong Kong, Thailand, and Italy. They spelled Italy wrong. It's Itlali. The crypto exchange had earlier ignored similar regulatory warnings and the need for a headquarter because we live in the year 2021 and we don't need physical headquarters anymore. How many of you since the last 17 months now work at home? Or maybe listening to me in Thailand or some other country where you were not born, because we live in the future and you have a computer and you can work anywhere you want in the world and do not need to sit behind the desk. Right. But for now seems to have decided to comply as regulatory pressure now threatens its global dominance. And I was going to read this tweet out, but the whole thing's in caps and they would make me want to scream it out, as it looks like the person is screaming it out. Regulations over the past month have highlighted that Binance's lack of headquarters is a big concern for regulators. Changpeng Zhao said they are working to become licensed everywhere and will work with regulators to sort out current issues. Basically, once again, the regulators want them to have an actual office so that when they decide that Binance has done something incorrect, they can have 5 people go there with suits and hand them a letter. That's really all that it comes down to. Not even joking. It's that regulators still want to be able to regulate, and they see their power slipping away from them because they're no longer actually needed. Have you seen the video? This was a video, months and months ago, even a year and some change ago. It was about this doctor who was for some reason, skeptical about machines, and he thought that he could do a job that was better than a machine. I mean, it's happened for multiple videos. There's one with a lawyer, there's one with a doctor. Basically, the idea being is, can a computer figure out what's wrong with someone quicker than a doctor can? Spoiler alert, yeah, of course they can. It takes them about half a second to be able to do so because they have about 200 years worth of data in their database, while the human has maybe about 18 years worth of information, and they're flipping through pages in a book trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Same exact thing happened with a lawyer. The lawyer was given a case and the AI was given a case, and basically they had to figure out if the person was guilty or not, yada, 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 yada. I think it took the lawyer 18 hours. It took the computer, I think, 20 minutes to actually go through everything and figure out all the past other laws and other past precedents to figure out everything that was going on. Same exact thing with regulators. If we have all the laws and rules on the book and you feed them to an AI, and you keep doing this over and over and over and over and over and giving it thousands and thousands and millions of examples of things that have happened over the last couple of years, it'd be able to say in a second what's right or what's wrong, right or wrong, and I'm air quoting that heavily. But these people sitting in offices still want to be considered relevant. And I mean, if you've never paid attention, and I mean, if you actually have time in your day, please look these things up as well. What blockchain is actually going to allow us to do in the future. And it's not simply just being able to send coins and stuff and money back and forth and fractional ownership. Like, there's so many jobs on the planet that will just have no more use. Basically, with AI and blockchain, we're going to live in a future that's more comfortable for us, and where things are basically, you have a question, it gets solved in 1 second. You have a problem, you go to a virtual doctor, the computer knows exactly what's going on. We also have machines, for those of you who don't know, we have machines that can also do surgery. Just throwing that out there, and they're extremely accurate because their hands don't shake. Anyway, the entire point is, so that's what's happening right now. They've announced that they're going to have tons of places around the world, actual physical locations, to make regulators, feel at ease, just so they know that they still have a job. On top of that as well, it says Binance cuts daily withdrawal limits for unverified users. This news is being thrown around. I think even this one says it right here. Binance is making it harder to trade Bitcoin anonymously amid regulatory troubles. No, it's not Binance is making it harder. It's regulators are making it harder. For those of you who do not know and were not here years ago, Coinbase used to also be this way. Coinbase was very relaxed. Coinbase was very open. You could do kind of whatever you wanted, back and forth, sending money all over the place. And then at some point, regulators were like, no, you can't do that. You can't send your own money around the world. We need to know when you're sending money because regulations and control. Binance currently, I think at the moment, has daily withdrawal limits of 2 Bitcoin. So think about that. Bitcoin is right around $40,000. This means without being registered on their website, you were able to move around $80,000 per day. And I know a lot of you that perked your ears up because other cryptocurrency exchanges are not this way, because they've fallen under the heavy hand of the regulator. So now Binance has been forced to make sure that they lower that number to exactly what every other cryptocurrency exchange now has, and that is to roughly 0.06 BTC, which equates to around 2,200 US dollars. And that's also a big portion of the news today. A lot of websites are saying Binance is, doing too much and so and so and so. No, every single cryptocurrency exchange, I told you all this before. If you have any problem with what's taking place, use a decentralized exchange or learn how to custody your own coins. These things are currently probably legal in your country. Check your own regulatory laws. But same exact thing with a ledger and having, self-custody and all these other things. These things are still possible to be able to do. So if you have a problem with a centralized exchange, find a decentralized platform. So this is also very big news. Lowering their withdrawal fees. No one should be surprised by this. Every single major cryptocurrency exchange, that you've ever heard of, is going to have these regulatory laws thrown on top of them. And I think this is also it as well. Yeah, trading anonymously. So yeah, that's all the Binance news. There was also news that I think that Changpeng Zhao is thinking of stepping down from Binance or having like a less prominent role in the space. I'm sure he's also tired of the nonsense at this point. Imagine, and I mean not even him, but every single person in this space, it has to be a huge downer when you're trying to find a way to advance humanity in some sort of way, and people just care if you have a physical location or how much digital numbers on a screen people are passing through their computers to their phone. It has to kind of get you down. Anyway, that's all the Binance news, at least for the memento. And yeah, let's move on. All right. And now flowing through the timeline of events that took place. The title says Vitalik Buterin makes curious cameo in Kutcher and Kunis. That's a lot of Ks. Crypto video. Jeez Louise. So what happened was that a couple of days ago, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, I think that's her name, made a video together where they were discussing cryptocurrencies. And I think the name of the show was Kutcher Kitchen Talks. Where basically the couple was talking and they're like, oh, babe, I love you. No, babe, I love you. And then back and forth. And then apparently, I haven't seen the video yet, but apparently at some point Vitalik Buterin's face pops into the screen and they're hanging out with him and they're talking to him on the couch. I've heard all this on the internet multiple times. And then they're basically talking about Ethereum and I think how amazing it is or something along the lines of that. And then this segued into, it says Vitalik Buterin joins Mila Kunis's new NFT show called STONER Cats. I'm pretty sure I cannot say that on the screen. And Vitalik Buterin will apparently be a cat on the show. Will voice a, oh wow, that's weird. Voice a taxidermed cat called Catsington. Okay. And this also made huge news as well because she's making a show that's based off of NFTs and Vitalik Buterin is going to be a part of it. And then what ended up happening was, now this is what kind of confused me, and then I realized, of course, this would be taking place. She started the sale of her NFTs for the show. I think, I got to look more into it. Part of what it actually is that when the NFTs sell, I think it dictates what the next episode is going to be or what the characters are going to do. However, it says gas prices soar as the cat show NFTs sell out in 40 minutes. For those of you who were trying to send the transaction yesterday, geez Louise, I tried to send the transaction and the network fee said $47, and I was like, is that $4.70? No, there are way too many zeros at the end. So I clicked cancel, and then I tried it again, and then it said $48, and I was like, what in the world is actually going on? The cats sent gas prices soaring to nearly 600 gwei or gwei, depending on how you want to say it, as NFT enthusiasts quickly bought 10,000 tokens of the NFTs, giving access to the upcoming animated series. It looks very well drawn. I kind of like it, actually. But yeah, so her NFT sold out in 40 minutes. There were 10,000 NFTs, and gas prices were absolutely ridiculous. I'm pretty sure a couple of you definitely saw that. So yeah, that's all the Mila Kunis NFT Vitalik Buterin cat show news. Yeah. I wonder how much these. Oh wait. Okay, they were 0.35 ether each. Oh, here and I guess these are the cats right there. So yeah, I told you there was weird news, but I mean, I kind of expect there to be weird news, and it keeps the space really interesting. Like if it was just price news all the time, it'd be like blah. But you know, the guy who created Ethereum is hanging out with Mila Kunis on her couch, making cat cartoons. I mean, it kind of sells itself. Anyway, that's that news, and let's move on. And to finish things off, just to make it a bit weirder, Burger King Brazil now accepts Dogecoin as a payment method to purchase the fast food chain's Dogper, so like Whopper, but which is going to be a dog snack. The service has been available since Monday, according to the company's official website, though users can still check the availability of delivery in the region. Each Dogper, a dog treat that plays on the name of the... Yeah, we got that part. Costs 3 Doge, which is 60 cents. Oh, wow, that's so funny. I remember Dogecoin being a cent, and I was like, that's really... 3 cents for anything is really cheap. Nope, it's 60 cents, which is still relatively cheap for a Dogper. The company recommends purchasing a maximum of 5 units per order for availability reasons. Can you not make more? I was going to try and read that, but I can't read Portuguese. Users must transfer Doge to a Burger King Brazil wallet, although they can purchase the dog food with fiat. So that's the world we live in right now. If you're in Brazil, have you seen the ad for this? Do you have a dog? Are you going to get one? Is it Dogeper? Or is it Dogeper? Whopper? Dogeper? I'm mad at myself for even trying to pronounce that. Anyway, that's the Dogecoin news, because 2021. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunbot University, Stake It With Valor, Fudweiser, Mortified, Roman Gaber, Bitcoin Ben, Arachno Dave, Tony Ambroski, The Dealer's Den, Red Plum Tomato, Umnu, Wish Nikki, The Letter M, Stefan Dirks, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z-Way, Lay, Crypto, Black Sheep, here we go. AJ Cut 5, Speedy 65, Ivan Carlos was like, Mobarazi, Jojo, Shawshaw, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grole, Lauren De Silva, Quoted Biddy, Bare Bones, Mining, Troy, Olga, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Pattern Noster, Conan, Don't Skip Leg Day, Snacky Chan, Tolik, Banana, Suspicious Agile, and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila the Han, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Steuer, Nostromo, John Zarson, The Animal Reader, Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Moha Maroni, Massive Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Knight, Owl 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Coldy 3D, Damien, blah, blah. Setsuna, Richie Rich III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Man, Gialavodi, Jim Garner, Jimmy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller Hitch Test, Everyday, and Kyle Skips Leg Day. Yes to crypto. Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Mouse Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger and Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Crayola Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel. Thank you for all the NFT support. I do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who left a like, left a comment, or has subscribed. Thank you to everyone who is still here listening to me talk about dog whoppers. At the moment, Bitcoin is currently at $39,701 US. It is up by 6.30%. Ethereum is up by 3.9%. Binance Coin is up by 3%. Cardano is up by 3% as well as at $1.30. XRP is currently up by 15. Yeah, see, the news just came out. 15%. It is currently at 72 cents. Dogecoin is up by 4% as well. Litecoin is up by 6%. Chainlink is up by 5%. Lumens is up by 6% as well. Ethereum Classics is up by 4%. Lumens always tries pumping whenever XRP's. It is the weirdest thing in the entire world, and I haven't figured out exactly why. Assumption, Lumens will probably also try and pump the exact same way. I don't know why they both. Theta is up by 8%. OKB is up by 9.4%. VeChain Thor is up by 4%. Luna is up by 7%. EOS is up by 6%. Was there EOS news? I'm like, I think their crypto exchange Bullish is getting close to launching or something like that, and it's going to be using EOS, so maybe that's the news. Not really sure. Crypto Chain token is up by 5%. FTT is up by 7%. Axis is up by 6%. Neo is up by 5%. IOTA is up by 9%. Wow, IOTA is almost out of the top 50. Woo! Avalanche is up by 6%. And yeah, I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening and or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. Ow, my finger. Wait, there we go. I got it back. See